I'm Dr. Michael Patterson, clinical psychologist and EMDR Europe accredited senior trainer. I run trainings and workshops for experienced mental health professionals. In this video, one of them is asking me a particular question. Please join us.
So that's my question on reprocessing. If it's not even been mentioned to social workers, if they might go to court or want to press charges.
Well, there are, I suppose, two things could happen. So let's say we've taken the client's history, and the abuse might come up in processing which hasn't been available to them in their conscious awareness up until that point. So in which case then we're keeping careful notes and perhaps continuing on, making sure people are safe, doing all our statutory duties that we have to do. But if the client comes in and says, I've been sexually abused, I've got a history of sexual abuse, and I'm considering pursuing this legally, and I want to process it. So I'd say, okay, well, let's just pause at that point, because we need to understand or help you understand the ramifications of what could happen. So the thing is, the way the memory is stored is how it gets locked in at the time and how it develops over time as well. So for example, a child of 6 who's sexually abused at age 8 or 9 could maybe talk about it happened, and they could tell you the details and not feel anything. Whereas by the age of 14 or 15, whenever she connects back to that memory, then she's now having nightmares, she's having intrusions. The reason being, the memory was stored a certain way at age 6, but now with additional pieces of information and understanding coming in and attaching to that memory, it can now make it much worse. So the way memories are stored initially can change over time, but also by doing the processing, it can change the way the memory is stored too. It can become much more distant. Things which are very detailed for the client connecting to the memory may no longer be remembered or recalled in as much detail. So in which case then that could have implications for the forensic side of things. So I would have that discussion with the client. Well, let's just pause at this point, and then decide, are you going to go down this road? And if so, if it's something that I'd want to help you process, but the legal process has to do what it has to do. So it could be like doing first of all, contacting the police, and then doing their achieving best evidence interview, and making sure all the statements are gathered together. At some point then the file is going to be put together, and then it will go then to the Crime Prosecution Service. So then there'll be a barrister allocated to the prosecution, provided they decide to prosecute. So if that's the case, then it's worthwhile, if it's gone as far as the barrister, to speak to the barrister and say, here's the situation with the way the memories are stored. What's stored there could change. Sometimes as our clients are processing, things come up which didn't actually happen, such as the adult client going in and rescuing the child from that situation. Didn't happen in reality, but these sort of things can come up. So as long as the barrister is aware of this, and then the client is in agreement, then there's no reason that they shouldn't be processing, but everything that needs to be done legally should be done legally in order for the client then to proceed. Because at this point, which could be another 6 months down the road, then it could be another 2 years before it comes to court. So it's not fair on the clients to continue suffering when they want to heal.
Right. Okay. Thank